Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness. Today, we have two-in-one news to render. One has to do with the fact that pious Iron Piles have decided to declare over the fact that he is not Igbo. He's not Igbo, says Pious. I am Pious. I wonder where he is from, if he's not from Igbo. And then, of course, they have done their investigations, and this is what Ohaneze has to say over what went down in Abia State over the northerners and their cows. Well, before we go into the newspaper to find out the juicy details of what happened and what Ohaneze is saying concerning what has happened, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. You know, a fortnight ago, there was an outcry that a lot of northern Fulanis of northerners went down in Abia State, where the result is out, and as Ndigbo have decided to speak up over the result. Then, of course, Pius Ayem Pius, the former president of the Senate, Pius Ayem, says he's contesting to be the president as a Nigerian with a nationalistic pedigree and not on ethnicity sentiment, adding that call for Igbo presidency should be stopped. Interesting. Why promoting Igbo presidency? He asked. Am I not a Nigerian, even though I am from Southeast? You should not promote this ethnicity thing. Mr. Anyim said, I am qualified as a Nigerian. I have the pedigree that I am a nationalistic. I don't think I am limited because of where I come from. Mr. Anyim made this statement in an interview with Channels TV when asked if he thinks it's time for president of Igbo extraction in 2023. In another news, very quickly, the Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide says the bringing down of northerners in Abia State was not done by Igbos, claiming preliminary investigation revealed that those who did this act of wickedness migrated from neighboring states and fled to their state after this move was done. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Body made a claim in an electronic statement sent as at Friday night, while stating that they have reached out to their counterparts in the north, the northern leadership, Muslim clerics, traditional rulers, and Arab Consultative Youth Forum over the bringing down of northerners in Abia. Ohaneze Ndigbo, in the statement is signed by its Secretary General, Mazi Okechukwu Iziguzoro, noted, we commiserate with the northern leadership over the death of northerners in Abia State, and we sympathize with all the bereaved families and owners of the cows slaughtered. Igbos are devoted in providing succor to the families and people affected by what happened. The statement added, and I quote, those who carried out these heinous conspiracies against humanity in Abia, that's those who brought the northerners down in Abia, are not Igbos. The preliminary investigation revealed that they migrated from neighboring states and fled to their state after this was done. We commended the Northern Elders Forum, Arab Consultative Youth Forum, coalition of northern groups for their quick intervention to forestall possible breakdown of law and order, especially reprisals against Igbos living in the north. They protected Igbo lives and properties and commended them accordingly. And Abia State government has shown maturity in handling the matter. We advised that full compensation must be paid to the bereaved families and people whose businesses were destroyed in Abia State, as it will be the balm to soothe the pains and the trauma of those who lost their beloved ones. Oh my God. We will continue to work with the northern leadership to ensure that the interests of the north and eastern Nigeria are protected. Especially, we also want to categorically wish to state unequivocally that nobody will stop the north from doing their cattle business in the south. Especially, it must be by the laws of the land. We dismiss the indigenous people of Biafra's threat to ban cattle business in the east Igbos are doing businesses in the north unmolested, so nobody will harass those doing business in the east. What Igbos are not happy with is what Igbos are not happy with is the killer herdsmen, which Igbos have had to differentiate between the two. All right, okay. There's two things I quickly brought out. In other words, that ban that Ipob, indigenous people of Biafra, gave as of April, saying that they have ample time between January, February, March, that by April they don't want to see the sale and business of cattle from the north. Well, the Ohaneze and Ndigbo is saying, come on, that Ipob does not have a say over their land, that the northerners are their brothers, just as the southeasterners or Igbos living in the north are flourishing in their businesses. You refuse to mention the issue of Hishbe and the destruction of bottled drinks, alcoholics in the north, judging the fact that they do not permit alcohol in their religion. And I guess one is not saying same. Some person say, I saw a write up from someone's page. He said you don't permit alcoholics in the north, in particular regions, a particular states. They also don't permit northern cattle and cows and beef in the southeastern states. We see what we mean by double standardness. If there's a policy, if there's a constitution in the law of the land, let it be pursued accordingly. If other people are having alcoholics or having time to do all this and even getting internally generated revenue, VAT, over it, why should a particular state, HB, insist that that should not be done? And other states will not also create their own and say that it is against their belief system. I don't know how it will all go well, because I do know that this whole sit-at-home started, with someone saying that in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, but eventually they suspended it, but it's still ongoing till now. And now IPOB had at some point said that this issue of beef has caused a lot of problem, because those who bring the beef, Fulani herdsmen, keep doing all manner of heinous crimes against them. But Ohaneze and Ndigbo is saying something very simple, that they've been able to differentiate between the killer herdsmen and the Fulanis who have lived peacefully in the community with them and who do businesses. As he said, it is those ones who do businesses that they will protect. Quickly reminds me of what is happening in Adamawa State, Taraba, where they said that the Fulanis in Taraba have been given protection. They have this ability to graze in open grazing. They have grazing routes where there's peace between herders and farmers. And now when they see the foreign ones come, they quickly alert the government of it. They say the foreign ones are here and they don't like them. So they quickly take them out very easily so that they don't bring banditry into the state. And now these guys are saying, in other words, that the ones that we're identifying that are good Fulanis, quote unquote, and that the ones who have been living in Southeast for the number of years they have lived and doing good business, they should be allowed to do their business in peace and they should be protected. So realize the ban given by IPOB come April. Well, time will tell. But just days, weeks to go to that time. I hope that they'll find a way around protecting everyone. Nigeria needs a lot of we have been divided so much in ethnicity. We need a lot of understanding to weather the storm. That's we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet.